and it's like, bro, what is this? I think about that a lot, but I don't think anyone else really knows the difference or cares. I actually was thinking about doing a video series about it. I actually really might. But anyways, that's all aside. Here we go. We are starting off on PS2. Rivers versus DELTAFORCE. I haven't really seen Link versus Chrom too much. Especially James's Chrom is a little bit of a different tier. So we'll see what's on the docket for this, but right now, looking like a whole lot of neutral. You're going to see Rivers probably wants to stay really close to DELTAFORCE, because the second you give Link space, that's when you start to see a lot of the boomerangs, a lot of the bombs. But, you know, if DELTAFORCE keeps swinging on James' shield like that, we're going to see a lot of soaring slash. But just like that jab, I believe they call that the Jair. I think that's the term everybody hates, but basically jab, raw back air, coming in, taking that first stock. All right, so looking like a lot of kind of like a lot of options coming out from DELTAFORCE, and I think a little bit of that is him trying to combat how aggressive Rivers is playing, because Rivers is on top of him, so starting to really see a lot of just hitboxes being thrown out by DELTAFORCE. But in all of that, it is leaving him very open to stuff like that. It's hard to sort of press. I don't want to say DELTAFORCE is pressing buttons. I think he's definitely calculated. That up smash definitely will take it. But the second you kind of just start throwing out things to try and interrupt a player like Rivers, the more Rivers is going to be able to capitalize on that and really start to tack on damage. So that's just something that I'm going to want to see DELTAFORCE be a little bit more mindful of. That was actually, you know what, I want to say that was risky off stage, or landing on stage like that. Okay, good bomb recovery from DELTAFORCE. Keeping the stock up just a little bit, so that's going to be at least some momentum going into this next stock. Keeping things at least a little bit reasonable, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, that F-tilt will probably kill at 148. I know Link is heavy-ish, but I don't think he's that heavy. That F-tilt's pretty strong, Chrom being that character where, yeah, there it is. That was going to take it. Yeah, there's no sour sweet spots on that falchion. That thing just kills you. Yeah, so but juggle's coming out. DELTAFORCE really just now figuring out how to land against James. And the things that do, James reading that roll is going to get that F smash. Not going to see that jab back air confirm that we've been seeing. Instead, we're going to see alternating F smashes, and possibly DELTAFORCE bringing this down at least to a one-stock game. Got the right idea. It looks like DELTAFORCE. Ooh, unfortunate air dodge coming out from Rivers, but it does look like DELTAFORCE has slowed down the pace of the game a little bit. And now that he's done that, you're going to see Rivers maybe with a little bit less movement himself, just looking to secure that last hit. That up smash is not going to be it. Instead, it's going to be DELTAFORCE who's going to start tacking on a little bit more damage onto Rivers. And this is where DELTAFORCE, you could tell he's being a lot more careful of the things he's doing. Because he knows if he does anything, there's just going to be a soaring slash from Chrom on shield if he throws out the wrong move, or anything else. So he's definitely being a lot more careful, and that's literally the thing I was saying I hope to see more of. But despite how careful you are, I think that was, I forget what the double edge dance, whatever the thing was earlier. I know it's not Dancing Blade, it's a little different for Chrom, but that is going to clean it up, and that is something a little bit newer in Rivers' repertoire. I say newer kind of to scale. I just don't recall him using it a lot early game, but is going to use it here and going to use it successfully. So that is going to be game one, going to Rivers, making it happen. And this is best of 3, so we'll see if this is over quick, or we'll see what DELTAFORCE can do. It did look like DELTAFORCE was figuring things out, though, as the match was going on. So I am looking forward to seeing any further adjustments from him. DELTAFORCE also a really, really smart player. Definitely a player that you can tell learns as he goes and makes the good decisions. So PS2, nothing wrong with the stage, DELTAFORCE says. Instead, wants to give it another try, and I think that's a good move. He was definitely catching on to some of Rivers' stuff, and the thing about catching on to Rivers' stuff is he also catches on to your things as well. So, yeah, there's that reverse up B. A little bit risky there. Kind of low, kind of like a high risk, low reward sort of option, really, because that wouldn't have killed Rivers or really put him in a position of any real danger, and he was such a low percent, and it left him vulnerable to just kind of get smacked on the ledge. So, gonna pay for that one. Not the best decision of the set, but still really not out of it. That F smash probably would have killed. Link has literally one of the strongest F smashes in the game. Really, like, up in the ranks there with, like, Bowser and Ganon. Really deceptive because it hits twice, but that move will kill you. Up, yeah, shield, really good option all the time. Missing the second hit of that there would have definitely done the trick for him. Instead, he's going to have to see what else he gets here as he kind of scrambles to get the stock before any more damage comes. Speaking of which, there's that little bit more damage. Going to have to be really careful here. This is where Rivers really thrives, getting you to make the decision off a ledge and just like that. Speaking of which, that neutral getup is going to be punished hard. Going to lose the stock for that. Yeah, so this is where things get a little bit discouraging for DELTAFORCE, but we take those. That's keeping it in the game at the very least. We'll see how much Rivers is able to surge or if DELTAFORCE is able to do something about this, because right now, Rivers is just, you know, damage is coming a lot and consistently and a lot. So that's going to be bleeding that has to stop if DELTAFORCE really wants any chance to even get this to a game 3. So another good recovery on the bomb, keeping things alive for a little bit, and I could definitely appreciate that, you know, refusing to say die for as long as you can, and really good stuff there, popping up Rivers and getting the F smash. Good parry to get out of that blade dance, and F smash hits like a truck, narrowly ending the game from across the stage, and yeah, that was an unfortunate miss recovery from DELTAFORCE. That was going to be a 2-0 for Rivers. Pretty handy, too. Pretty handily, rather. And just like that, we got ourselves a quick 2-0. It looks like Rivers really ready to make his way over to Winners Finals, which is now where he is at. So congratulations to him. He's going to be playing the winner of Cosmic B, and these two are going to be seeing up next. Yeah, it does. It sucks seeing SDs. It really does. Especially, you know, when you know the player is good, too. Or, you know, like, there could have been a little something there. I mean, that game was definitely in Rivers' favor by a lot, and it was kind of getting one-sided the more it went on. But just to end in an SD, you know, you never really like to see that. And we've been seeing it so much, too. All night, man. All night we've been seeing SDs.